OverKnight here, and in this video I want to explain why developers should forego MiniMaps. But first, I should remind you about my giveaway. To enter, just read how in the description down below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Moving on. Now, I know what you're thinking. OverKnight, why in the shithole do you want to get rid of MiniMaps? To that, there is a story involved. Way back in 2001, I was enjoying a game you may or may not know. Of course you do, called Final Fantasy X. And for the time, it was a gorgeous game graphically speaking. But that game was far more linear than the previous titles, but also far more refined. However, through playing, I noticed on my minimap there were hidden paths that led to more treasures and secrets. The more I played, the more I focused on that minimap to tell me where these new paths were. And about 24 hours in, I found myself over-relying on this feature. And shortly after, I noticed something incredibly stupid. In the world of Spira, all I did was stare at that stupid minimap right in the corner, never really looking at the beautiful world that, at that time, Squaresoft had created for me. Sure, I would glance at it from time to time, but I never truly gazed and took it all in. I never fully appreciated the world I was exploring. I just stared at that godforsaken map looking for the next save point, or where the shop was so I can get new equipment and sell my old crap. I remember it fondly, but I did beat this game multiple times. Now, fast forward to 2015, I ended up purchasing a game that I knew very little about. It was the fourth game in the series, and personally, my first in the series. Along came this game that upon boot up, I noticed there was no minimap whatsoever. By now, I was so accustomed to minimaps, I thought to myself, God damn it, this game is gonna suck ass. How am I supposed to know where the fuck I'm going? But I decided to trudge through it anyway because the gameplay was great. For the first few hours I struggled trying to find my way around and getting lost so many times like a kid in Walmart. But then something clicked. Boom! All of a sudden, I was in such an immersion, one I haven't felt in such a long time. All of a sudden, I was in this world. I was recognizing landmarks. This world was beautiful in a dark and dreary way. I could traverse this world as if I was actually there. I was appreciating the architecture of the buildings around me, the lay of the land, the design of the grotesque monsters, running in fear and knowing where to go just based on the structures I was near. The game I'm talking about is none other than Bloodborne. And what Bloodborne did for me was open my eyes to something miraculous. I realized minimaps were blinding me to some of the most beautiful games ever. For 14 years, I played games while staring at these maps the whole time. Gone were the days of exploration, but Bloodborne brought that back for me. Bloodborne has done so much for me. This is just one of the many things. However, because of that, I went back and played so many games while not even thinking twice about that stupid ass map mocking me in the corner of my screen. Go away, map. I don't need you anymore. Alright? Just go. See you later. Bye. You made me miss so much wasted time on maps. I know it's probably only me that thinks that. I'm sorry, I looked at the maps and I was an idiot. I should have looked at the game I was playing. I could have just blindly not looked, just pretend it wasn't there. But I knew it was there, so it haunted me. Well, there you have it. At least in most games now, you can toggle the map on and off. So for that, thank you to all the devs that allow that. I hope you join me on my next video, and as always, I'm OverKnight Gamer, and I'm not afraid of the dark.